Good morning. It's 7:30 on the dot. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Hope you're doing well and keeping warm this morning. Thanks for joining us for Breakfast with Bridgett, streaming on News 6 Plus and clickorlando.com. We're waking up in 40s in some places. Got all the layers going this morning, and we'll check in on that weather in just 1 minute. We want to tell you about some breaking news we just heard about out of Deltona. We've learned that a Volusia County deputy has been hurt, and there is a standoff happening right now. We have learned the deputy has non-life-threatening injuries, but the suspect is barricaded in a vehicle, and this standoff has been going on for some time. It's happening in a neighborhood on White Horse Court. So if you are around that Deltona area near White Horse Court, avoid that area as there is an ongoing standoff. Again, that deputy is expected to be okay. We have a crew headed out there to get updates as they're available. So we'll have that for you on clickorlando.com and News 6 at noon. We do want to get to the forecast, though. Now we have meteorologist Jonathan Kegas standing by for us this morning. And today will be a little bit more of a coat dragging day, Jonathan.
Yeah, I think so. Although it is really cold out there right now. We have temperatures hanging tight in the 40s across the parts of Central Florida. We have a huge, really divide, 60s coming our way in Brevard County right now. And then we have the 30s up in Marion County. So a huge divide in temperatures today, Bridgett.
Wow. I mean, this is, probably the coldest there. And then that's it for when? Like another several days or?
Yeah, I think we're going to warm things back up. 60s coming our way today. We'll be in the 70s again tomorrow. That's going to take us right through Christmas. I don't think there's anything significantly cold or significantly warm coming our way, but we're gradually going to get back to where we should be for this time of the year, which is the upper 60s and lower 70s. So we're kind of right on par with that. Where we should be for this time of the year. Just watching a little bit of rain coming in for Christmas.
I know. I think Santa might need a raincoat.
I think so.
For
Although
us.
if he gets here on time, if he's not delayed or anything like that, he should have a nice smooth flight. There might be some extra clouds around, but I do think the rain is going to hold off until we get into Christmas Day, maybe through the afternoon, and then continuing through December 26th and 27th. We're going to find ourselves in this unsettled pattern again coming into Christmas. Kind of starts that off and then keeps the ball rolling.
Are we working on like some sort of forecast tracker of some sort? I thought I heard some rumblings about that with Santa's Trek and some of the what's that about? Do you have any updates yet?
We do. No, we just telling you where to go. That's what the Santa Trek, we've got it all placed out, and we'll tell you where to find Santa on Christmas Day. Okay,
and that'll be up under the weather app, or where will we go?
It will be on clickorlando.com.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, we'll be able to find it. We can't really tell you everything. Until
right.
So, yeah.
It's embargoed, as they say, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's a secret right now.
So what are we looking like for today, for the rest of the day?
Yeah, today we're holding tight into the upper 40s. There's a look at downtown Orlando with our light Orlando Skycam. The breeze out of the northwest at about 5 miles an hour. Later on this afternoon, we're going to head back into the mid-60s. You see kind of that milky sunshine. The clouds have arrived. And it's going to keep it on the cooler side again to start. We'll see a few breaks in the clouds, but I think today more clouds than sunshine. And then we're going to get back into the mid to upper 60s later on this afternoon. So kind of a cold start again. The breeze right now out of the northwest. It's going to shift, though, to a more easterly component. Sorry for hitting the mic. And kind of pump in some of that extra warm air, and someone's moving the Skycam. Somebody's on the roof of the Amway Center.
we have some more embargoed news. We're waiting to find out more about this, but if you look at that, the Amway Center name appears to be changing. Do you see that just over there to the right of the graphic?
This
is happening as we speak.
Whoa, hold on. Let me get this 47 out of the way. Hold on. Stand by.
Yeah. Can you make that out? Can you make it out, Jonathan?
Whoa, is it XN?
No, they're
Kia.
almost
Kia.
Yes.
See,
yes.
I was gonna say a Kia. That graphic
Isn't that wild?
On their logo. Yeah, that's wild. What?
I never would have guessed that the name was changing. So that's breaking news happening right now. They're changing the name on the Amway Center, and it looks like Kia Center.
Does look like
this is like Wheel of Fortune, though. So, so they're still flipping all the letters, but that's what it looks like, right?
It does. No, that's why I thought there was an N there, and Kia has that weird logo now.
That new logo, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, what is that? But yeah, I think you're right. They just have to finish the upper left-hand side of that K.
In the sea, yeah.
Wow. Bridget just broke some news on Breakfast with Bridget.
Here we go.
That was
You never
kind of
know what you're going to
crazy.
get. Yeah.
You,
That is crazy. And
wow.
you know what? They have a tough job out there working on that sign because it is chilly still right now.
Absolutely. It is cold.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, 40. It's a little breezy out there too. So I saw some of the guys on the roof there. So just hopefully they're being careful. I'm sure that they are.
Yeah.
But wow, that is.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in shock there.
I know. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, yeah. We need that meme, whatever it is. Like, hey, wow.
But you know what? The good news is, like you said, warming up a little bit today and pretty much moving forward into the rest of this week, we have much milder weather to wake up to.
We do, yeah. And I think it's at least going to be. It still might be cold. You might still want the light jacket out there
Yeah.
over the next few days, but at least we're not talking about 30s and 40s. It's more going to be like the 40s and 50s anyway. So still cool, but
And
that's what we're shooting
warming.
for this time of year.
Yeah,
Most of us
yeah.
is the 50s, so it's
Awesome.
festive.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And better highs at least.
Yeah, that's right. Well,
so,
it's right. It helps when we get the sunshine out and get back to the 70s for sure.
yes. Nice, nice, nice. Well, thanks, Jonathan. Thanks for being a part of this breaking news with the weather cameras for
Hey,
us.
absolutely. That was completely by luck there with having that sky cam. Awesome stuff, Bridget. Thanks for having me again.
All right. See you later, Jonathan.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, Trooper Steve is manning our traffic views as well. Did you catch that, Steve? Were you able to? Did you catch any of that about? Is he frozen again? All right, we're gonna have to try to get him back. He's glitched right there. Hopefully he can hear us though and maybe reboot it. Let's see if he can. No. All right, we'll go ahead and go on. We have our friend Katrina here again today, one of our outstanding producers and the producer of the podcast, Your Florida Daily. Welcome back, Katrina. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Good to be back.
What'd you think of that? The Kia Center, huh?
You know, we were all kind of guessing what it was going to be, and no one guessed a car company. We had a
Right.
few law firms and hospitals that came to mind, but there
I
you
know.
go. Very
Big
brand
surprise.
new name that we got to get used to.
Yes, history in the making, and that leads us to what you're working on with your Florida Daily. Yesterday, we talked about the Florida roots of the Hooters franchise, and today you have some more history for us, like a treasure trove of where to dig up more Florida facts.
Yes. So, do you ever look at the room where you put all your extra junk and go,
Oh my gosh!
how long am I
yes.
going to hold this stuff?
That's
And
the garage
if I
for
were
me.
to go through it, what would I get rid of? Well, this is something that the State Archives in Tallahassee does all day, every day of the year. They have this massive archive, this state archives, where they keep documents, old photos. There's the building right there in Tallahassee, but also some more unconventional things as well. I got to explore some of the floors that had old film reels and photos. And it's just, like you said, a treasure trove of things to look at and just amazing historical documents. So we explore what's in there and then also explore the idea of how you decide what to keep and what to get rid of.
And how do we get access to this? Like, do you need to make an appointment? Is there limited access or certain, limited hours or days? How does it work?
Well, the State Archives is a public institution, so if you needed to find a certain document or photo, you, as a member of the public, have every right to go there and ask for what you're looking for. And Matthew, who was my guide when I was there, will gladly go and try to find it for you. He gave me a little bit deeper access because I was really looking to understand the inner workings of how they put all these different documents together. And I thought what was interesting was now with the internet being everywhere and accessibility increasing with the internet, they're trying to put a lot of these documents. See the
Right.
scanner? This is where she's scanning a document and she's putting it on this website called Florida Memory so that
Right.
you can, without having to travel to Tallahassee, see it right there on your computer.
That's amazing too, because that encapsulates it forever, because sometimes things happen to buildings, weather, different types of damage could happen. So I mean, they're trying to preserve all of this before it could possibly be gone too, because sometimes our technology is changing too.
Yeah, exactly. So this will be a special episode of Your Florida Daily coming out next week, along with a string of other new episodes. Like you mentioned at the top, we did Hooters. This one was about the state archives, and we have a couple more special ones coming along, including one about the citrus industry. And we meet a couple of local farmers who talk about some of the secrets of what it's like farming in 2023 with all the troubles they have these days.
Right. I am very interested in that. I know you and I already talked about this, but it's I mean, it's a serious matter when it comes to Florida citrus right now.
Yeah, it's a dire situation, but these guys that I met are super hopeful, and the science behind what they're trying to do to save the industry from greening is fascinating stuff. So stay tuned.
Very, very cool. Very cool. Before I let you go, what was your most favorite thing when you went into there to look around?
In the state archives, I would say, and I included a little bit of the video, there is this folder. You would never think that the state archives of Florida would keep something like this. They had a manila folder of these hand-drawn license plates. They had
Yeah, I saw
when they
that.
were changing the license plates a couple years ago, or like 20 years ago, they put out a competition for elementary schools to submit a new design. And so they collected all these designs, and I don't think they ended up picking one, but they loved the drawings so much
Yeah.
they kept them in a folder, and they're still in Tallahassee, where they will
I
remain.
love that. I love that. That is super cool. I did like that one with the flamingo on it that you zoomed in on. So, yeah, so we'll look for this. This one's coming up today, or is it with the
Next week.
Okay,
Yes.
next week. So set your reminders to check out those deep dives. And
Anywhere you get your podcasts.
that's right, Your Florida Daily. Thank you, Katrina.
Welcome. Bye.
Bye. All right, I think we got Trooper Steve back. I think he's out there in results 1, or did he move? I'm talking to my producer, Kathleen. She's right here. My right-hand woman, literally right over here. Hey, Trooper Steve, you were glitched.
Hey.
You were frozen.
Yeah, you guys all froze on me out of nowhere, and I'm wondering, is it the program? Did our news building just go down or something? So I just
The
had
weather.
to reset real quick. Right? Always something going on. How are you?
Great. I thought it was funny that we figured out why we were getting all these special effects on your shot the past few weeks.
I almost don't want to pick my hands up or do anything because I did not shut that setting off on my phone. So
no.
who knows what kind of emoji I would set up. So also, if I noticed you guys broke the breaking news of the new Kia Center.
Yeah.
While you and I were on the desk this morning, I was on the Amway page's Instagram by Just Sudden. And if you look on their page currently, their threads link is already changed to the Kia Center.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a done deal. That has definitely happened. I just never thought it would be Kia, but hey,
Expensive.
biggest check
That's
gets their
somebody's
name
got
on the
some money,
building, I
right?
guess.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right.
Absolutely. So
Well, and that area right there, you get a chance to slow down and get a good look at that center.
what a way to put that. Yeah. Right now, things every day through that area is slow. So I'm sure that plenty of people will be able to see, it is called the Kia Center. And we'll be able to call that for the next couple of years until we change it up again. But, man, it's been an interesting couple of days out on the roads. I've been able to, especially I'm getting my cardio in, running from the desk to the traffic center.
Yeah.
But with all the people out on the roads, people need to be completely aware that this stuff is not going to go away for at least the next week or so with the random traffic.
Right.
And we've had these
Visitors,
wrong way
everything.
crashes.
Yeah, the wrong way
Right.
crashes.
And it's just tragic because like Trooper Garcia had indicated from the Florida Highway Patrol, and I say it all the time because, hey, I used to do her job. This stuff is all avoidable. And when we see these crashes, it is tragic. So yesterday we did have that nasty one, and then less than 24 hours later, another wrong way crash. And it's just, you see
It's
this
a
stuff. And it's
shame.
like, man, what is causing this to actually happen? So hopefully we can figure something out at some point. But
and as he reported this morning, I just want to add that the wrong way sensors didn't work too, is what we're learning on that latest one, or the which one was it? They said that sensors didn't work.
They indicated that they did not receive an indication of a wrong way from the system, meaning that this driver either entered in from a ramp that does
Okay.
not have one of the detection systems in Seminole County area, or at some point, based off of my experience in investigating crashes, made a U-turn somewhere. So there are still ramps that do not have that detection system on it, which to me, I don't want to stir a pot or anything like that or get anyone upset. But in my thought process is if we're expanding these roadways and we have
Exactly.
plans in place, this should be part of the initial plan. If we're opening a ramp, it should open with the detection systems already there.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can ramp this up as soon as possible and get these, because they work, Bridget. I'm telling you,
Right.
I have seen drivers. I've gotten the alert when I was a PIO on my phone and watching the video, and you see a driver, they see the lights flashing, and they're like, "Oh
Right.
no, I messed up," and they turn around.
Right.
And
And like you,
this can
yeah.
prevent people.
Right. And like you noted, sometimes it's intentional, unfortunately. Like it's someone who is maybe, having an episode of some sort, or someone who's distraught and they're purposely looking to do harm.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because it's like, look, you're choosing to do such a horrific action, and you're not trying to hurt anyone else, but you're putting other people in such harm's way. And on the complete opposite, let me educate real quick. This goes into why I talk about drivers should avoid the left lane as much as possible. Now,
Right.
this did occur in the center travel lane, but most of the time they happen far left, far right. So that's why I say
Okay.
at night, a driver should be driving in the center travel lane or
Okay.
the right one. Because if they're in that left travel lane at night, think about it, Bridget. If you're going the wrong way and you're going down the road, where are you going to be? You're going to be in the right lane because you think you're in the right lane. But in reality, you're in the left travel lane of the traffic that's going the right direction.
Right.
So you got to give yourself a chance to avoid these wrong way drivers.
Now
It's not
let
an
me
epidemic. We don't have this crazy problem with them, but we got to try to avoid them as much as possible. Go ahead.
So, I mean, worst case scenario, you're in the right lane. I mean, you're going the right way is what I'm saying. You're going the right way, and then you see wrong way driver coming toward you head on. What would be the sequence of, order of events you need to do to try to
I
like,
would I would clear the roadway as soon as possible. That meaning you see these headlights coming at you, get on a shoulder, get into the grass, avoid that driver, and notify 911 immediately. Because if you're not notifying them, they don't know. Especially if you're noticing them on a main line where there is no ramps. Imagine you're driving, say I-4, 535, 536 area. That's a big gap between a ramp, and if you don't report that, no detection system is going to pick it up. So if you see it happening, you need to move out of the road and stop driving and notify law enforcement immediately.
but you know how you do maneuvers, when you're trooping, sometimes when you get into situations where you have to do different maneuvers, is there a certain type of maneuver that you need to be thinking of when bracing for a crash? Or if you can't, you're not
I
going to be
would.
able to
I
avoid
see
the
where you're
impact.
going.
Like,
Yeah.
or is that kind of hard to?
Yeah, it's you're putting yourself at that point. You are in a crisis situation, and the impact is going to happen. And as a driver, we should just be taking all the steps necessary to keep ourselves safe, meaning wearing your seatbelt, eliminating those distractions at night. I wish, Bridget, there was something I could tell you that, hey, the driver's in front of you, do this, and you're not going to get hit. But unfortunately, some of these crashes are just so unavoidable, it's going to happen. And we just need to make sure we're doing the right things for ourselves. So if that impact does happen, we're at least limiting the injuries to ourselves. So wearing our seatbelt,
Yeah.
having our headlights on, and to your point, if I could, being prepared always to maneuver your vehicle out of the way of something, whether it be an object in the road or, unfortunately, it be another car going the
Because
wrong way.
sometimes you have to brace and just go through it sometimes when things are in the road, and it's like it's better to just go
We've
through it
used the
than to
expression.
swerve.
Yeah, we've used the expression jokingly, "Let go, let God," kind of thing, because hey, it's happening. What do
Right.
I have? I am in it. Just like I'm an animal lover, but if you got a deer running across and it's sudden and you're not going to avoid, if you start negotiating and doing something, you're going to cause a crash that may have not have happened. So we all love deers, we all love animals, but at the end of the day, you got to hit it. You got to just keep going because you could end up upside down in the ditch in your car and that deer chewing on some grass laughing at you. So it's the less of two evils, right? We don't want to hit the deer, but we don't want to die either.
Yeah, that's all the more reason to stay alert. So how are the roads?
Let me give you a quick traffic hit. Yeah, quick traffic hit for you real quick. Eastbound Colonial at Park Avenue and Winter Garden. I gave it to you right before the show ended. That intersection has been cleared. It was closed for a little bit. Pine Hills area, you guys are running nice and smooth along the East Ocoee area. Silver Star, we had a minor crash just a little while ago. This is out by Champions Gate, not blocking any lanes, but Bridgett, you already know. Blue lights out by Champions Gate, it's going to slow everyone down. So this is off on the right shoulder. If you headed eastbound, we're solid from 27 to Champions Gate, but it's crystal clear after that. So I'm really excited. I'll be out on patrol today at 8:30, City of Orlando, doing some speed observation. I'm not going to call it enforcement because I'm not writing any tickets today. So 830.com. You like that?
Yeah,
830 at clickorlando.com.
You said Bumby area, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Thanks, Trooper Steve. Quick little 30-second break. We will be right back. Welcome back. We've been talking about those shipping deadlines, and today is the very last day to get that mail out to the post office through that Priority Mail Express shipping if you want to get it there by Christmas. And News 6's Tori Campbell went behind the scenes to see some of Santa's helpers in overdrive to get all these packages where they need to go.
What's your favorite part about all of it?
Dressing up.
Inside USPS's Seminole Processing and Distribution Center, less than a week before Christmas, Loretta Lafayette says this view allows her to oversee tens of thousands of holiday packages each day. What is your favorite thing to look at from up here?
Well, I just see a lot of mail all over the place, like it's never going nowhere.
This place is absolutely massive. You are looking at nearly 400,000 square feet of mail distribution space. People here are working around the clock to deliver packages to not only Central Florida, but around the world. Now in the final stretch before the holiday, the deadline for Priority Mail 3-day shipping and Priority Mail Express 2-day shipping is Wednesday. The deadline for Priority Mail 2-day and Priority Mail Express 1-day shipping is Thursday, if you want to get it there by Christmas. Here, the goal is to make sure all of the packages they are processing now get where they are going.
We work together as a team. We make sure that we have enough employees working together to get the packages onto the conveyors so that we can sort them and then ultimately get them onto the trucks to get them out of the building and get them home.
Lisa Lake oversees the facility. She says her favorite part of her role is helping others make memories.
I appreciate the fact that when my neighbors tell me that they got their packages on time and I know that I service the area and the community that I live in.
In Orange County, Troy Campbell, Getting Results, News 6.
And we appreciate all of our mail carriers and all the different agencies working hard to get our mail where it needs to go year round because they are rain, sleet, or snow. All right, we want to take a look at Universal. We have some exciting news about them looking to expand across the pond, as they say. The company confirmed it has purchased a large plot in Bedford, England, about an hour north of London. And they're exploring the options of a park and resort out there. And it's unclear what it would include. You could probably imagine Harry Potter will be somewhere involved in that. Universal also in the process of building another theme park near iDrive. You know about Epic Universe. So that one's close to us. That is set to open in 2025. So lots more news to come as well as weather. Keep it here on News 6 Plus, clickorlando.com, and WKMG News 6. You've been watching Breakfast with Bridgett. Send us an email anytime at bwb@wkmg.com. We'll see you back here tomorrow bright and early at 7:30. Make it a great day.